Speaker number 6, Gopi Khalil. Sister Madonna. Sister Madonna, Gopi Khalil.
It was a beautiful day. There I was riding my bicycle when suddenly I hit a pothole. My bike and I went flying. Landing on my back, I was wondering, what just happened? Mr. Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, that was my first attempt to train for a triathlon. And yes, I was off to a crashing start. What do you do when you crash? Do you look around and make sure nobody saw you? Or do you jump back on the saddle, inspired by your role models, ready to move towards your goal? Before I tell you what I did after the crash, let me introduce you to the world of triathlons. Triathlons consist of 3 sports: swimming, cycling, running. The most grueling of all triathlons is the Ironman, where you swim in a lake for 2.6 miles, then cycle for 112 miles, and then you run a full marathon, 26.2 miles.
Rufino Jacoby is the speaker number 2, Knots in my lifeline. Knots in my lifeline, Toastmaster Rufino Jacoby.
No, I'm not going to commit suicide if that is the question in your mind. Instead, I ask you to imagine this as your lifeline. I'm sure every one of us dreams of having one that is straight, smooth, and just perfectly blessed. But who does? Mr. Contest Master, friends, good morning. Morning. Yes, my lifeline is no perfect one, marred by knots of angst and fears. The very first knot in my lifeline was my fear of heights. Well, actually, until now. As a young boy, I was often ridiculed by my peers, as I was often left behind whenever games involved climbing anywhere high, be it trees, rooftops, even riding swings. My young self-esteem suffered under the merciless teasing. The second knot I soon realized was being born the youngest in a family of 11 children. Family planning? Not in my family. Family planting, yes. It was a circus. I was lost in the cacophony of raising a big family. In fact, I suspect they would only remember me when elder siblings, all 10 of them, would pass on an errand down to me. I see the guilty faces of your elder brothers and sisters here. Yes, spoiled youngest, no such thing in my family. Which brings about another knot.
Our second contestant, Isaac Gelbinovich. I love to ski. I love to ski. Isaac Gelbinovich.
Thank you. Good afternoon, my fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. My name is Isaac Gelbinovich with a K, and I love to ski. I'd like to share with you my first skiing experience. But first, a little bit of history. Actually, by show of hands, how many downhill skiers do we have in the audience? Anybody who would like to try but not so sure? Anybody who doesn't want to hear about it, know about it, doesn't even want to think about it? We have full contest. That's one of them. A little bit of history. I was born and raised in Soviet Georgia. It's all the way south of former Soviet Union. So you can imagine we didn't have much of snow. We didn't have it. We had a little bit, and I always joke that I saw snow 5 times in my life. 2 of them on a picture. So downhill skiing was not one of the sports I actually did. I came to this country in 1980. 1983, I got married. And shortly after that, one of my friends called me up and says, would you like to join us? We're going skiing. Why not? So my young wife and I decided to go skiing. We went to Killington, Vermont. Beautiful resort. 6 mountains. Hundreds of trails. All this snow around that I never saw before. And I saw so much. And here I am.
Dating disaster. Dating disaster. Watan kamu pumsalun.
Don't trust your mother. Mr. Contest Chair, ladies and gentlemen, when I was in 6th grade, my mother used to tell me, you must work harder and don't let any boys ruin your future. Then when I was in college, my mother told me, you must work harder now and don't let men destroy your future. Then recently she told me, stop working! Get married! Have babies! Or you won't have a future! I don't understand my mother. But anyway, her mission in search for her son-in-law then started. She said I didn't look good enough. She told away all my clothes, told me to change the way I walk, the way I talk, and also told me to change my hair. 3 months passed, I still had no boyfriend. So she came back to me with a ticket to a spa for a whole face and body treatment. She even signed me up for a weight loss program at Mary France Body Line. Now I'm getting scared because in 6 months, if I don't have a boyfriend yet, she probably cut my head off and put Angelina Jolie's head on me. So who knows, next time at a Toastmaster convention, you might see Angelina Jolie right here, showing her sexy lips. Anyway, after all my mother's effort, I started to question myself. Why can't I find a guy? Oh, look at me. I'm smart, tall, pretty, sexy. I have no flaws. In other words, I'm perfect.
A beautiful October night. I'm having a romantic dinner with my wife, celebrating our anniversary. As I lean forward, giving her gift, the chair breaks. Was that a sign? Mr. Contest Chair, fellow Toastmasters, and guests, 2 days later, as I was brushing my teeth in front of the mirror, I realized I could only see my face. In order to see my full body, I had to take 2 huge steps back. Was that a sign? A month afterwards, I was on a business assignment in Japan. And as I was walking the streets of Tokyo, I noticed that people were running away from me, taking pictures, and screaming a funny word. Godzilla! It hit me. Maybe those signs were telling me I had a problem. Maybe I was a little bit chubby. So what did I do? I panicked. And I wanted to fix my problem very quickly. I rushed to the gym. But every single time I went to the gym, I broke a treadmill and was asked to never go back there again. I tried every single diet, but they all didn't work. Especially that meat diet, where all you eat is meat. I ate more meat a day than an adult African lion.